Hey everyone, welcome back. Got a little bit different video for you today. I'm on my lunch at a park, just chilling in the sunshine. Check it out. I don't know if you guys can see that, mountains and trees back there. It's a beautiful day out. Yeah, if you can get outside, get you some of that sunlight, some of that vitamin D. Yo, we got juice today, check it out. Man, can you guys see that? The colors? Beautiful. I'm gonna shake it up. Hope y'all are doing good. Let's try this juice out. Cheers. That's some good juice right there. Good juice. Oh, man, I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm choosing gratitude. Very grateful. There's different ways to look at things. At least for me lately, I've been not getting so many hours at work at my full-time job. It's been some short days lately, but I don't even mind, I'm actually grateful because I get to kind of take my time a little bit. I get to come outside. If I get off early enough, I'll get to experience the sun later on today. We'll see. So yeah, you got different ways to look at things. And let me know down below if you guys have that same kind of experience where, especially in the winter, it's like your hours might be a little bit lower than they were. You might, your checks might not be as big. And to some that can be a little bit stressful, right? To some people that could be a little bit, nerve-wracking or whatever, but it shouldn't be. You got to look at things like what is the Most High God trying to do right now? Like, what is His plan? What is the intention? Why am I getting off early, right? Why do I feel the way I feel about it? Or how does God want me to feel about it? Ask yourself those kind of questions, because I know for a lot of us, we may slip into that mindset where we're in scarcity and we're starting to think, oh no, my checks are shorter, like I'm not getting enough hours, like, oh goodness. But at the same time, it's like God's got something else going on, right? God's got much bigger plans for you than just getting your hours at your job, right? He's got much bigger plans. I don't know if you guys can hear those dogs. I'm at kind of like this park where it's like dogs and people. Might even walk around, we'll see. But yeah, at least for me, that kind of shift mentally and energetically, that's helped me a lot, because yeah, I know in the past I've thought like this is crazy. Like, why am I'm having all these short days back to back to back? Like, I'm only getting 30 hours, or I'm only getting, however many hours you're getting. And at the same time, it's like you can look at it that way in kind of like a negative way, but at the other time you can look at it in a different perspective where it's like, yeah, I'm having less hours at work, right? But that means I have more hours for myself, right? I have more hours with the Most High and myself. So think about, like, what are you going to use those hours for? Are you just going to go home early and scroll on your phone? Or are you just going to, go eat junk food or binge or get high or drink or smoke? Or like, what are you going to do when you get off early from work, right? On those days when you don't get your hours, on those days in the winter when it's slow and you're not getting your full hours, and your check is short, like what are you going to do with that time? Are you going to use it to start a side hustle? Are you going to use it to organize your mind? Are you going to use it to journal? Are you going to use it to read? You know, are you going to use it to organize your place of that you're staying? You know, your vehicle. Are you going to use it to clean? Are you going to use it? Think about that kind of stuff, because at least for me, that's where I've kind of shifted my perspective of, instead of just, oh no, woe is me, my check's short, my hours are short, I'm not getting them, like, oh no, I'm just gonna go home and BS and lay around and feel bad. It's like, no, those days are over. Like, no, there's always something to do. There's always something to do to help your situation. So if your checks are short, if your hours are short, that means God's creating an opportunity for you to basically have time with Him, right? Number one. And secondly, have time with yourself. And thirdly, to create a business, essentially, to find other ways to bring in money. You know, because your full-time job, in my experience, from what I've learned over the last few months and the last year specifically, is like your full-time job is like your main source of income, just to pay your bills and to live on, essentially. And it's not like that should be your end all be all. Oh, I work my 9 to 5 and this is what I'm getting and this is all. It's like, no, that's like the foundation. That's the base, right? Your 9 to 5 is like the base. And then you got to start thinking outside of the box, like, okay, how do I build on that? How do I get more income coming in? How do I create another source of income? You know, start an LLC. You don't even have to start an LLC. You can just be like a sole proprietor. You can just basically do business with your name and still make money and have people write checks and give you cash and Venmo and whatever. Excuse me, but just like think about, what can you do in your spare time when you're getting off work early? Or, you know, I would say meditate, pray, ask God, like, dear Heavenly Father, please show me your guidance today. Guide me, protect me, and give me the wisdom to know what to do with this time, how I should spend it, and how I should honor you with it. And sometimes it's going to be as simple as, you know, getting out in the sun, right? Sometimes it's just getting out in the sun. Getting that sunlight, being in nature, breathing, making juice, right? Maybe it's, you got to get healthy. Maybe that's what you're meant to do today, right? Maybe that's your purpose of getting off early today, is to meal prep, right? To make salads, to make beans, to meal prep, to make juice, right? To get a juicer, to start researching juicers, to start journaling, right? To go buy a journal, to start journaling, writing down your thoughts, like, you know, or maybe to reach out to people, right? Reach out to relatives you haven't spoken to for a while, or loved ones, and just send them some love. Call them up, say, hey, I just wanted to call you real quick. I was thinking about you, had a little bit of free time, wanted to tell you, hey, I love you, and, you know, all the best. Blessings from the Most High. God bless you. Have a great day, you know. At least for me it is. It's like, I'll call my dad, my grandpa, the people I don't really speak too much, and yeah. So anyway, yeah, this video is mostly just about me asking you the question, like, what do you do when you get off early? Or like, what's your mindset? What is your mindset when you don't get the hours at work, when you get let off early, when you have short days, when you get home early? What's your mindset? How are you going to use that in a positive way? And instead of thinking, oh no, I don't have my hours, I'm short, my check's going to be small. Instead of thinking that, think, no. This is the time for me to build that business. This is the time for me to invest in myself, in my health, in my wealth, in my fitness, you know, like, so many things can be done instead of just, you know, all the things I've talked about. I'm not just going to regurgitate them or whatever, just re-say them again. But yeah, get out in nature. Get out in nature, get some juice. And be grateful, honestly, be grateful, because before you know it, right? Before you know it, it's going to be summertime, and things are going to be picking up, right? Depending on what line of work you're in, if you're like a handyman or construction or whatever kind of work you're in, is like the summer is typically when things like in those industries pick up, right? People are getting out, people are trying to do things, build things, renovate, move. Things are breaking more in the summer depending on where you live, if it's hot. At least for me, it's like appliance repair seems to be a lot more in demand in the summer as compared to in the winter. There's always things that need to be fixed, but from my experience, it's like, I'd say from like January to April is kind of when things don't break as much. You've already had the heat of summer, you've already had the cold of winter for the most part, and you've already had all the holidays. Thanksgiving's over, Christmas, Halloween, New Year's. When people are really stressing out a lot of their ovens and dryers, and people are going to visit and stuff like that. So, oh man, this sun feels good. I'm wearing black pants right now. I would pretty much always wear black pants, and man, it's nice. Let me know down below, do you guys like that feeling when the sun shines and it starts like soaking into your clothes, and you can feel the warmth, and it just lingers, and you just feel it? I think I'm actually going to switch sides so I can try to get some sun on the other side of my face. So give me a second here. Excuse me, by the way. Just burped there a little bit. I'll let you guys see the park here. Check it out. Oh, kid coming over here. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear these kids. Oh. Whoa. Hey, you want to have balance too, Like I just switched sides so I could get some sun on this side of my face. And yeah, just be conscious of that kind of stuff. Be conscious of where you're at, what needs improvement, what you've already put a lot of effort into, and what you can kind of step back from for a minute and redirect your focus to something else. Oh. Feels good. I'm just going to sit here for a moment in the sun, if you don't mind. Let me know if you can hear those kids. They're on the swing like 15 feet away from me now. That's a good point there. That's like something that's been helping me with YouTube, is like breaking out of that embarrassment, or breaking out of that like awkwardness. It's like you're filming a video, people want to come right next to you, want to go right by you. It's like, it is what it is. It's life, You just got to keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. Do what you can do, man. And anyone watching. Well, I think I'm about to wrap up this video. Like I said, I'm on my lunch break, and just drinking my juice here. Hope y'all are doing good. And like I said, think about what I was saying, On those days when you get off early, and if you're salary, that's one thing. But if you're hourly like me and like a lot of people, when you get off early, think about what you could do with that time, and try to like shift your mindset in a way where it's a blessing, actually, and it's an opportunity that God's given you to work on your own personal goals. And I forget who said it. I'll try to link it below if I remember, and you guys have probably seen it. There's this guy, and he says, you've got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So think about that. Next time you get off early, you got to think, you got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. All right, everyone. I'm going to head out. Peace, love, unity, respect, health, wealth, and abundance to all of you. Get outside, get in that sun. I'll see you in the next one. Later.